Welcome back to our journey through the greatest idols in Newcastle United history. In this second part, we'll explore some of the most memorable and successful players who left their mark on the history of this great football club. Each of these players has a unique and inspiring story to tell. So let's dive in and celebrate the legacy of these great Newcastle United players together. Bill McCracken. Newcastle was the only club in Bill McCracken's entire career as a right back. He arrived at the Northeast English club in 1904 and retired from football in 1923, when he began his coaching career. McCracken was the captain for much of his career. With Newcastle, he won 3 English championships and 1 FA Cup, but finished runner-up in the competition twice. Being one of the most influential defenders of his time, McCracken was one of the pioneering players in creating the offside line, which is when the defense changes its position so that the opposing attackers are in an illegal position. Frank Hudspeth. Alongside centre-back Bill McCracken, left-back Frank Hudspeth was also a pioneer of the offside line and played 20 years for the club, making him one of the most successful athletes in Newcastle's history. Hudspeth was known for being a great penalty taker. Despite being a defender, he scored 37 goals during his time at the club, with 25 of those goals coming from penalty kicks. For the club, the defender won an English championship in the 1926-1927 season and an FA Cup in 1923-1924. He passed away in 1963 at the age of 72. Nalberto Solano. Bought for just £2.5 million from Boca Juniors, Nalberto Solano was one of the big names of Newcastle in the late 1990s and early 2000s, when the Magpies were always in contention for a Champions League spot. His standout features were his finishing ability, and he was also the team's engine, as the Peruvian was also known for his speed. For Newcastle, Solano made 296 appearances and scored 48 goals before moving to West Ham. Recently, the Peruvian stated that he would like to coach a club in England and said that Newcastle will always be in his heart. Already leave your like so you don't miss the latest news from Newcastle. Alan Shearer. Considered one of the greatest icons in Newcastle's history, striker Alan Shearer is also considered by many as the best striker of the Premier League era, despite never winning a title with the Magpies. He is the club's all-time leading scorer with 206 goals scored. He was known for having the classic and complete style of a centre-forward. He was strong, dominant in the air and did not forgive his opponents when he was face-to-face with the goal. Alan Shearer played for the club from 1996 to 2006, when he retired. His goals certainly make him one of the greatest icons in Newcastle's history, but the lack of a title with the club is a source of lamentation for Shearer, who was twice a runner-up in the Premier League with the club. Les Ferdinand. Last but not least is striker Les Ferdinand, who signed with Newcastle in 1995 after being transferred from Queen's Park Rangers. The Magpies had to pay about £6 million to the London club to have the player. Although he only played in 84 opportunities for the club, Ferdinand's impact on the team was immediate and impressive. He scored 50 goals during his 2 seasons with the club, which caught the attention of Tottenham, who hired the striker in 1997. His strike partnership with Alan Shearer was certainly one of the best in club history, and Newcastle was a guaranteed presence in European competitions at that time. To conclude, football is much more than just a game. It is a story of legends, heroism and overcoming. The stories of Newcastle United's great players are just a small part of this incredible journey. And today, we celebrate them and honor their achievements. So whether you're a Newcastle United fan or just love football, enjoy every moment. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the latest news and videos about the club.